Hey guys, this is Greg coming to you with another Fundrise video, and this is going to be part of the acquisition series for Fundrise, where we kind of deep dive into the purchases of properties for the interval fund for Fundrise. And before I get started, I just want to thank you guys for watching and joining me on my channel here as we go through. It's been a real blessing to kind of get you guys in here and kind of look at the inner workings of what Fundrise is like as an investor, as a user, and to kind of see what they're doing behind the scenes here to make it possible for an investor to get their money back. So again, before I start, please make sure if you like this to hit that like button, and please, if you do like what I'm bringing out here for you on every week, please make sure to hit that subscribe button. It really means a lot for me to be able to spread this information out to you guys and to just have a nice conversation about what we're all hopefully looking to do together. All right, so without further ado, we're gonna now dive into some of the purchases. This one, my last video was I think about Florida. We're now in the Dallas, Texas region, and the cool thing about this document is that it goes over 3 different purchases, and they're dated differently here. So this top one is for March 2nd, 2021. This is a rental home community, and you can see the pictures here. So there is a little bit of a difference in here of what they go, and they bought 10 brand new houses in here. First phase, we invested $2.3 million to acquire the first phase of Crestridge Meadows, a 98-unit single-family rental home community, and I'm hoping I don't butcher this, Lavon, Texas, or Lavon. Well, I'm sure somebody will get upset on that. I apologize. Part of the greater Dallas-Fort Worth area, which, let's see if I get this correct. I'm gonna try and make sure I get this right here. So Crestridge. So it looks like they have 40 new homes in here currently as they're investing. So we'll get back to that, but just so you guys can kind of see, this is the information as an investor that you just kind of have in your portfolio. You can see that it's the name of the property or the development and where it is, how many homes they have currently in there, and what strategy and investment size, and if it's active or not, and then how much money they put in. So just kind of make a mental note here, because as I go through the document, we'll go through this for each part, but 40 homes and $9 million here that they've invested. All right, so we've invested $2.3 million. All right, so we do have a little bit of a change. So we'll go in here and deep dive a little bit. So at a strategic level, the investment fits within our affordable priced Sunbelt apartment. And I'm really sorry, guys. I'm going to pause here. I'm going to be repeating a lot of this in each one of these because a lot of this area here is going to be repetitive from other investment acquisitions that Fundrise has done. They kind of just have a template, they put it in, so I really do apologize if I repeat some things in different videos, but I'm just going through this just so in case you haven't watched any other one of these, I do suggest that you do, but for people that haven't watched any other ones, it's about the same information, but I'm just going to go through it all anyway. So, fits into their affordably placed Sunbelt apartment rental housing thesis. So millennials, retirees, broad group of Americans are taking part in a migration from the northern states to the southern states over the past decade, and it's just drive continued demand for well-priced, well-located real estate and the supporting steady returns for disciplined investors. So again, disciplined investors would be the people looking for long-term returns, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 years, just that kind of return schedule. So as we state in our mid-year and year-end letters for investors, we believe that this long-term trend is only been further accelerated by the pandemic, and remote work is becoming the norm for more and more people. So we're expecting an increased share of the population won't need to live in expensive getaway cities and will instead seek out to live in more lower living costs and more agreeable climates. So this is, again, part of their value add strategy, and our initial investment at Crestridge Meadows is an all-cash purchase of the first 10 homes completed in the community, and we'll probably see more of this in more of their other investments. Again, you saw in this part here, it does say 10 brand new homes, first phase acquired, and you can kind of see where that was acquired. So, first 10 homes completed in the community, which is still under construction. Our intent is to acquire and lease up additional batches of roughly 10 homes per month as they deliver, eventually taking ownership of the entire community of 98 homes. So this phased buying structure should result in a much more efficient deployment of investor capital, as opposed to holding cash for several months while waiting for the entire community to be built. And acquiring it all at once. So instead of waiting for all 98 homes to be built and then going through the leasing and all that stuff, they're being able to buy in batches of 10 and lease them out as they're built, so that you as the investor, or me, we can start seeing some return right away as each phase is built. So instead of waiting for that 98th home to be built and Fundrise buying all of them all at once, we're going to be allowed to see it 10 at a time, which, as you saw here, they're up to 40 homes. Again, that's since March, April, May, June, July. So they're not going at 10 a month exactly, and with the pandemic and things like that, it is going to be a little bit slower, but it is getting there. And again, they went with that 2.3 million. And they're up to 9 million really with the debt invested in there right now. So our intent with this and other investments in single-family rental home communities is to be a long-term investor, building a scaled portfolio that generates consistent rental income, while at the same time being positioned to capture what we believe will be outsized price appreciation thanks to a confluence of demographic factors driving demand across the Sun Belt. While the properties, of course, look different than multifamily apartments, the underlying investment is still very similar. So they've engaged a leading property manager of single-family rental communities across the U.S. They expect the aggregate purchase price of all 98 homes in the completed community will be $21.8 million, with 19.6 of that contributed from the Interval Fund, which is the main fund now for Fundrise, and the remaining 2.1, 10% of it being distributed through the Growth E-REIT number 7. So while we acquire the homes in an all-cash transaction, we intend to obtain portfolio-level financing with the aim of increasing expected returns and freeing up cash to deploy elsewhere. So that's where that debt that you're seeing in there is coming from. So why did they invest in this? Well, with the pandemic, they're seeing a broader economy remains uncertain, but this is what they believe in: the growing local economy. The Dallas metro area as a whole continues to rank among the nation's fastest growing, having added 19% of its population since 2010, far outpacing the nationwide increase of just about 6% over the same period. Additionally, in 2020, Dallas area proved to be the second strongest market in the country for Fortune 500 companies, based on revenue, behind only New York. And they also believe that the privacy provided by the community, fully detached and individual homes, will be particularly attractive to renters seeking an additional level of social distancing, and also some more space as norms around work and school shift. Again, the really nice thing about this is, you don't have a neighbor right over here on this side of your wall, where if you're too loud, you're going to hear, a thumping, that kind of thing. Again, the deal is structured so as to allow us to acquire tranches of homes in regular batches throughout the year, directly from the builder, a subsidiary of Ashton Wood Homes, and they have headquarters all across the nation. So once our investment in the 102 home community is complete, we'll have an added institutional quality asset of ready-to-rent homes to our portfolio, consisting entirely of brand new construction. So it's not just been sitting there. This is brand new stuff, which a lot of buyers, a lot of renters like to see. They want to be the first ones in that home. What kind of problems are we going to see? It's not a problem when it's new. You know, it's brand new furnace, brand new air conditioning, a brand new roof over your head. You're not going to see those problems stem up for a while, hopefully. So the cool thing is here they can give you some investment data of what it is, Crestridge Meadows, the approximate address for it, and the longitude and latitude of it. That's pretty cool. Single family rental, 10 homes again initially with an initial investment of $2.3 million. Awesome. Okay, so the cool thing about this document compared to my Tampa document was that this includes multiple purchases and another development first phase in the Dallas, Texas area. They invested roughly $2 million to acquire the first phase of something called Windmill Farms, a 102-unit single-family rental home community in Forney, Texas. Which the inside of that looks pretty cool. I bet it's staged like that to look really awesome. Because I'm betting you don't get a rental. I mean, maybe I'd have to look this up. Maybe we could find out a rental thing for this and see what it looks like inside these things, if they're staged or if it comes with all of the accoutrements that we see in these pictures. So again, these are single family detached, it looks like from here. They have a nice 1.5 to 2 garage, which is really nice. Pleasant looking colors. Now, I'm not from Texas, I'm from the northern states, so again, preferences can be different, but these look really nice and easy on the eyes. So I'm not going to go through and read everything in here, but this is from February. We can see it's 10 houses. Again, it's a value add. Again, it's going to be 102 homes, and they're going through the same thing as they did for Crestridge. It's going to be a phased buying structure. So again, you're going to be getting those first 10 houses are going to be invested in. You're going to start getting money back from them right away, and every month they're going to be adding 10 more homes to it. So right now you're looking at what, 20 homes a month. Just from this document alone. Awesome. So they expect the aggregate purchase price of all 102 homes to be $20.9 million, with 90% of that being the interval fund, which is $18.8 million, and $2.1 million coming from, again, the Growth E-REIT 7. So this is where you're going to be seeing some growth from this property. So again, local economy, same area, Dallas, Fort Worth metro area. They believe a privacy because they're detached houses, and again, an institutional quality asset. From what looks like, the same builder. So again, information on it. Again, the initial 10 homes and this Windmill Farms are up to 50 homes. They put in $4.4 million in investment, and now they're at 10.3. Some debt in there, and again the same information. So again, this is what you're seeing on there as an investor without looking at these documents that again are readily available for you as an investor. And the last part here is another rental home acquisition near Dallas, Texas. This is only $847,000 to get 4 single-family home rentals within the Trinity Crossing neighborhood of Forney, Texas, part of the greater Dallas-Fort Worth area. So again, same strategies here, a value add for growth. So they acquired these homes from the Lenner Corp. They're on the New York Stock Exchange, one of the largest and most accomplished home builders in the country. They wrapped up construction of these homes earlier this year, which this is from March 2nd. The homes are part of a newly developed housing community consisting of nearly 900 homes. For sale single-family homes. That's crazy. I don't know if anybody out there lives in a huge development like that, but if you do, what is it like living in a 900 single-family home development? I could not imagine that. Around here, you're seeing maybe 100 to 200 homes. 900 homes, that's got to be a really big development. So if you live in that, or even, what size development do you guys live in? Do you live in a development? I mean, where I live, it's a quieter development. You know, It's not loud around here. I would imagine 900 houses. It could get kind of loud. It's like your own little village. Isn't that cool? You could be like your own little mini town. That'd be kind of cool. Maybe. So I lost my train of thought there. So 900 homes. And they talk about them getting stuff, including the Windmill Farms, 102 unit in here. And they're looking at doing the single-family rental home committee for the long-term investor. So again, a lot of the same stuff that we saw in the document earlier. And again, the growing local economy of Dallas and the social distancing aspect of this. And again, this is only 4 homes in this 900 single-family development. They bought the last 4. So they're not going to be putting any more into this. If we look at the Trinity Crossing, it is 4 homes, and that's pretty much it. They have $847 in there, and again, 72% of that is currently debt, so $611,000. Not a big deal. They've told us that we're doing that. This is part of their value add, and again, $847,000. 700 of it was interval fund initially, but they moved some of it out into debt just so that they could use that cash on hand to buy more properties. And it's probably going towards, these multi-family developments up here, which is perfectly fine. They're using money coming in from those rentals to go towards that debt, probably. So, not that I should be speaking for them, but that is probably what they're looking at doing. So again, this was 3 different purchases in the Dallas-Fort Worth, Texas area, and just trying to diversify that. And again, the smart thing here is these properties here where they have different phases coming in developments, and they're planning on having those phases come in every month, just to build and build and build. And again, this is gonna, with the pandemic and everything and the prices of lumber and all that stuff, it may slow the building process down, but they will get built as they can build them. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. We're going to try and see if there's any more of these available in the prospectus area of the interval fund, so that I can look at them for you. And as new ones are in there, I'm going to make them and put them up on the channel. But if you guys live close to these, or if you live in one of these, that'd be cool to hear from you as well. So if you liked it, please make sure to put a comment below. And again, if you like this video, please make sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and we'll just keep working on these for you. Take care, and we'll talk to you next time.